that was an echo. Yeah. Yep. I could see that. I really could see that. Alrighty. Yes, we are. Alright. See if I can figure out why Speak does not know. That's the thing. Gate of
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
There you are. There you are. Alright.
All right,
Yep.
let's go through this again.
Sorry everyone for minor sound issues. My team speak was throwing a fit on me. Um, we now have Reltor in here. I am Burnt My Soup. And Reltor, I'll let you take it.
All right, we're back for what is, I think, my fifth or sixth cast of the day for Outfit Wars here. Today, or At this point, we're up to Connery Gold, so we're going to see Fear, CIK, and Recursion going at it tonight in about 12 minutes and 15 seconds. I am but the humble co-caster for this match. Burt Soup from Connery's Outfit Unity is here as our main cast. It's his first time on stream. Please be kind to him, give him the same respect you give anyone else, and I'm looking forward to a great stream.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Reltor. I am super excited to be here. Starting off with the first thing, I am noticing TR with a lot of ants. CIK is immediately kicking it off with ants on ants on ants. Um, they're getting their router bases set up, spawn tubes ready to go. Um, and all I'm seeing around is ants as of right now, though it does not look like they have their full grouping up yet. Want to
Mhm.
move on over to this is yes next. Yes, it is. So, what are your thoughts? We've got a whole different roundup this time with CIK,
Yeah.
Recursion, and the seemingly newer guys of No Fear.
Yeah, I mean, No Fear being basically a 2-month-old outfit very rapidly grew to about 1,000 people. One, could have questions about that growth rate, but that's not necessarily the stream.
Yeah.
Um, but definitely CIK, has been here since beta. Same with Recursion. They're both very long-term experienced outfits. Recursion's certainly known for its very high skill players, especially in infantry. I'm looking to see from them a lot of very strong infantry play.
Well, I mean, they are also
Um,
already off to a extremely strong start. Looks like they have a majority, if not all of their players already at their warp gate. And they are starting off with a very heavy armor setup. Couple ants, looks like. A decent amount of air, maybe for those off caps. But their main force is a good portion of lightnings and a couple sundies. No, I think they're ready. They're here.
yeah.
They're not playing around.
No, this is, I think, very typical of some of the better starts that I've seen today throughout the different matches. Um, CIK starting a little more ant heavy. There has been some tactics that have worked today where outfits have. Yeah, the critical thing is, of course, get on your 2 bases that you can get uncontested.
Yeah.
If you can get those bases, then you move on. We've seen a lot of preemptive orbital strikes to try and keep people from capping their home bases, or at least delay them getting on them, which allows you to hop over and steal. And a lot of using those ants to actually pretty heavily fortify your home bases with sky shields and flails, automated anti-infantry turrets. That's a lot of things.
Um, Valley, yeah, it's gonna be delayed. But we are at about 10 minutes left until the
About eight
live kickoff.
minutes. Yeah, it should be 8 minutes, 30 seconds exactly. Give or take a few seconds when the alerts transition over.
Yep.
And we're seeing them start preparing their warp gates, pull all their vehicles, get nice and set up here.
It's kind of interesting now, moving over from having started with CIK, gone our recursion, now coming over and checking out Fear. Uh, they seem to be in love with their galaxies.
Hmm.
Very much in love with their galaxies. And I like it too because a lot of them are synchronized on their camos.
Yeah. I have seen Galaxies do some work today. It
Yeah.
may actually have been this exact camo, not gonna lie. But back in our Cobalt Bronze match, the Reapers over on Cobalt had these 2 repair galaxies that were up the entire match. They were synchronized, flying all over the place. They never died.
That's absolutely
Um,
insane.
that was really fun to watch, honestly. Maybe Fear's gonna try something similar with a little ball of repair galaxies. Um, I'm not sure what to look for from Fear in this opener. That's a lot more galaxy heavy than I've really seen
Oh,
from
it
any
looks
other
like we're
team so
getting
far.
a emotional speech from CIK. They're lining up right at the edge of their warp gate. Everyone getting ready, getting in front of Stroke. I love seeing stuff like this where they're getting ready, they're going to go. They're
Yeah.
yeah. Gables, you're right. Group pick.
I'm trying to see. Fear is very limited in the armor there. I mean, we got a few ground vehicles, maybe like one ant.
Yeah,
That's so much air.
they only had one ant. They had a few lightning, but they want their air. They're looking for that hard, fast push in the beginning. CIK's got insane amounts of stuff already when it comes to both ants and some air traffic. Guess we'll come see what versions take a peek if Redlock's giving his speech. Nope. They're all sitting nice and cozy inside their vehicles as well. A lot of
Little
lightnings.
party of them
Yeah.
sitting on the air terminal. Not sure why they haven't pulled.
There is a lot of lightnings.
Spotting a couple of their players that seem like they may have come from EU servers. In particular, I'm following this one guy, Endless Hollow, with the Lane Smash Champion title. Uh, no NA team has ever won a Lane Smash tournament. Um, so this fine fellow maybe
You said
from
there
one
might
of
be
our
some
previous
ringers. There's
winners.
some ringers.
Yeah, I expect Recursion to be fairly limited on the ringers because most of those people are actual members of Recursion anyways. Um, but certainly I'm expecting some in Fear. CIK I also kind of expect to really just their outfit members. They have enough of a loyal outfit piece to put up a good show without ringers.
Oh yeah, they've got a very, very loyal outfit, and I'm personally friends with a lot of them. But they are also there has become a lot bigger of a presence in CIK. I do remember over the years,
Yes.
but it's
And
a
I
great
mean,
group of players, all
yeah,
good guys.
CIK has had kind of their, waxes and wanes, I think, like a lot of outfits in this game. Coming from the days of, B Dog, obviously the outfits named after, and Taken, running those constant TR platoons, and all the way down to now where it's a new cast of leadership still, leading this outfit to do pretty good things. I mean, we see them here, gold match on Connery,
Yeah. I will
and
admit though,
we
some things to
are,
talk about over here for Connery that was really surprising was the pool coming out of nowhere. Blew our outfit, Unity, out of the water, out of third spot, took it over
mhm,
on that last day, shoved
yeah,
us into fourth. Then after that, they made it right before the scoring ended. They made it all the way up to first, and they held it for a while,
yeah,
with the end scoring finally popping in, but was still very much surprising just to see them come out of nowhere, then hop into fourth, and then just sit there, and they were chasing us the whole time. CIK managing to take the top, Pigs holding pretty much first ever since our first Bastion pool. They held first the whole rest of the weekend until the very end when Fool knocked them down and then CIK knocked down Fool. So I thought that was pretty intense watching that. Uh, Kind
yeah,
of lackluster
absolutely,
response from some of the NC outfits, though we also had a huge portion of our NC outfits being made up of Australians, so their amount of activity that
yeah,
we're able to put in did seem a little bit harsh. Guys were putting in a lot just to make it
yeah. I mean,
during the
for
scoring time.
just like just doing a quick time zone conversion here. For those outfits to compete, like for R18 to fight in the qualifiers, those qualifiers started at 7 a.m. Australian Standard Time. So they were rolling out of bed and right onto planet side.
Oh yeah, straight in.
And to be honest, I mean, R18 managed to qualify. Phoenix Syndicate wasn't too far behind in fourth. So they did a pretty good job on that. And we're only 2 minutes and 10 seconds out, coming off the heels of the closest outfit war of the day.
Oh
I don't know.
yeah.
Did you have a chance to catch any of Emerald Bronze?
I did not. Emerald Bronze was actually when I chose to go grab dinner before this. Um,
Gotcha. What we saw with Emerald Bronze was two RAF, VKTZ, and I'm spacing. KN1. We
yeah.
saw the absolute come behind story, them winning by like 4 points, coming from behind after being down the entire match. And I'm hoping to see more of that kind of explosive, gameplay from this match. I'm really hoping we don't see another Recursion double team. Uh, Recursion and DPSO very much focused each other last Outfit War, and Pigs kind of just walked through the door. Like the saying used earlier in the day at one point was like the two kids fight and the third one gets the apple. Um, and I'm hoping to see a little more, kind of prioritizing CIK, maybe, taking some shots at Fear and vice versa. That it's not just kind of a warp gate recursion and then somebody wins. But yeah, it's 40 seconds. We're almost there, and it's shaping up to be a good match.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Are you able to see that timer, or are you just doing a actual, like, your own
I do
timer?
have a timer on my screen, yeah.
Okay. I don't have an event timer, so I'm kind of curious what's going on. Um,
Interesting. Yeah, I noticed the UI and whatnot has slightly glitchy for Desolation.
yeah.
I would expect to not see the scores when we launch it here, but I'll keep doing regular score checks to kind of give us an idea of what's going on.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pop out of Observer 1 sec. Um, yeah, let's get a chance to get this started back up.
All right, and the pre-match was a draw as no one was allowed to leave the warp gate.
Oh yeah.
And here they go.
Alright, yeah, it looks like I'm not going to be able to see that. Didn't even get an
Uh,
alert that they were starting.
Yeah, the timers. So far, though, the overall timer hasn't been relevant. I think every match has ended
Yeah.
well before.
Well, we are
Um,
off very, very fast with engagements and much high amounts of ESF bails towards C and B. Already calling in drop pods, getting in. Looks like currently we will be going and watching a little bit of CIK, setting up a heavy defense right off the get-go, getting
yeah,
umbrellas up on the roof, getting multiple spawn beacons in, and just doing a complete and utter rush. Already getting a silo
yeah.
built. They want
And this is
Charlie.
something I
They
saw a lot.
really, really want Charlie.
Yeah, we've got the same thing happening over at Delta, actually, and I think I like the silo building. I like kind of getting their bases set up, but this is a heavy overcommittal of forces to an uncontested base.
Well, I mean, it's kind
Um,
of insane too. If you're looking at this, they are already getting striker parties on the get, firing off towards Echo,
yeah.
looking at the looking out for enemy air. Looks like they got one ant kind of going out and scouting a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That'd actually be
Fear
a
getting.
decent use of
Oh,
an
go ahead.
ant. That could be a decent use of
Yeah,
an ant, especially a stealth ant. Get him in there, he can't be seen. See what's going on, poke your nose around a little bit, and get him out.
absolutely. We're seeing Fear here has notched Relic E, and yet they have a large force waiting on Relic G, which is, a neutral base.
Yeah,
It's an
there's.
interesting choice from them. There's a lot of recursion nearby.
I'm already
Orbital
seeing
strike going in
recursion.
at
Ready?
A.
Oh, orbital. Interesting.
It looks like they were trying to clear that point. I'm expecting a
Yeah.
galaxy coming in
Yeah, they
here.
were trying to clear the
Nothing,
point.
though.
We've got them in the area, kind of
Another
poking.
orbital.
They just want to, it looks like right now they really want to clear Recursion off of this point. They want to make their resources that they put in, which they had a decent amount already inside the building circle. They want to make them regret it. Yeah, I'm seeing
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
Sunderer that got punished pretty badly. And Fear has shown up. Fear has made a drop on the point. They are getting Alpha. Looks like it is flipping in their favor.
They are. I'm still mystified, though, at leaving Relic E completely. That was a free cap, and they did not even send a single guy to take it.
That's pretty interesting, because they sent, in my opinion, this is kind of a lackluster force over here at Alpha.
Yeah.
Defended by
and
Recursion.
I mean, this is the kind of thing where if you don't bring force multipliers, which Fear really hasn't, you can really, I really expect Recursion to win straight up infantry fights in almost every situation in this match.
Here comes an
They
incoming
just have such strong
Galale.
infantry players.
Oof. Right on top of whoever that last guy was to drop pod in. Had a flail land right on his head.
Yep.
Looks like Fear's ants are getting hunted down one by one. They're kind of dropping in drop pods and onesie twosies as well, and that's not going to do them very good.
Yeah.
If they're not concentrating and trying to come in and smash as a group, it's going to hurt them. You're just...
Yeah, I'm very curious as to what play CIK is making as well. It looks like they are really taking the time to heavily fortify their home bases to the extent that they're refusing to even make a move on the middle right now.
Yeah, it looks like we've got Recursion Air going out and hunting everything they can find on the ground. Meanwhile, absolutely nada at F from No Fear. They have nothing here.
Yeah, and Relic E still sitting completely uncontested. CIK could throw one guy at the point and Fear probably isn't going to touch it. Recursion stealing Relic Site G from Fear there. Taking H as well. I going down uncontested right now for CIK. I can only imagine CIK is trying to play somewhat of a long game here. Focus on digging in these home bases, making them very defensible first.
Yeah, it looks like so far they're relying entirely on infantry carried umbrellas and a few spawn beacons for their logistics over here and defenses at I.
Yeah.
Recursion has both golf and hotel relics. No Fear's nowhere on the points.
Yeah, No Fear. I'm not sure what their platoon lead is doing. I mean, I've got 12 to 24 sitting in a unrelated hex.
Yeah, and
What
for
is
score check,
this?
I've got Recursion already at 37, opening up, starting to get a gap on CIK, but they're very close to 29, and No Fear, less than half of either.
Yeah, No Fear is
quick.
really...
Oh, they finally
they're
got Echo.
getting collapsed.
They
They're
finally got
on
Echo.
Echo.
But
the funny thing is,
Recursion Air is very, very heavy in presence right now. They've got a Liberator, multiple sides. And they're trying to go after Fear. Fear's trying to come into Alpha. Interesting choice. But they are going to, looks like they want to continue this push. Galaxy's going down. Did they get them out? Well, they got everyone out. They are on the ceiling, but it's only a squad. Not only that, Recursion already has the defenses back up.
Yeah, Recursion wasting very little time getting the basic kind of sky shield set up. We're not seeing a lot of the infantry turrets and things that we saw in the last matches, but Recursion isn't really an outfit that uses construction.
Well, they did have two in here, but those first two orbitals on Alpha from No Fear actually wrecked everything they already had built.
Yeah, that does make sense. That is one advantage to those orbitals.
Yeah, it looks like they have not had a chance to fully rebuild just yet.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a setup more like what I expected on Relic B.
Yeah.
CIK really needs to start taking chances.
Oh yeah. They're playing safe. They're playing passive, and I feel like that might not nip them in the bud later, but right now it is the safe play. I mean, Recursion is heavily distracted.
Safe play right now.
Fear is keeping
CIK
Recursion
really
on the defense.
To get this steal on E. Yeah. CIK could very easily jump on E right now. There's barely any no fear there.
Well, it looks like they're starting to build up a presence over at I point and probably move on from there. Currently looks like
Yeah.
Recursion is just trying to hold on, save it for their air to keep CIK pinned down. Let's see whose ground forces these are. Oh, these are also the Recursion vehicles. Ground squads. Looks like we've got a fight here for India Point. Recursion stomping
I don't know if
on
it's necessarily
CIK,
a fight. Yeah, Recursion's kind of wiped them out. That was a pretty fast air.
Yeah, they very much came in and got a stomp, and looks like they're going to secure this and look for the move on.
Yeah. And that's a pretty, I mean,
interesting.
Recursion, no fear on. Yeah, no fear on G here. Very strong presence.
Yeah.
But the Recursion
PPAs are going to hurt them. These light PPAs
Yeah.
are going to hurt them bad.
And no fear dropping a bunch of people out in the open area. Most of them are going to make it out though.
Yeah, it looks like they're making it into that first floor over on the west side.
They're really not able to get out and contest that point.
No.
VS are just kind of...
Yeah, the VS kind of pushed them off with all that light PPA and took over the outside to get that point cap. It sucks they cannot do anything for their point cap or defense from inside the building. They have to be in that open air.
This is where you really need to start using these cargo crates. I saw a cap earlier in the day where the outfit literally hid like 20 people inside a cargo crate and just kept the point contested until it capped. You know, they just throw a sky shield on each end, and something simple like that might have held them out a little longer.
Probably. Coming out, looking at the bigger picture of the map, it looks like Recursion is very much liking a double base setup. They're setting up forward air bases outside of Alpha, outside of Bravo as well, is more of a ground defense base. Very much taking advantage of the bunker, or not bunker, correction, Sunder Garage construction as a bunker when used with a structure shield. This has become a very standard construction layout that I have seen. I mean, even I personally use this almost every single base that I build in live. And it's amazing. The only one little thing that sucks in there is if you don't put a Pain Spire, those shields can be walked through by infantry, so they will get in there and they'll start destroying your stuff. But if you place a Pain Spire in there, it's almost untouchable.
Yeah. I haven't seen too much use of Pain Spires this match. I'm a little disappointed by.
Yeah. I saw a couple matches earlier today.
I haven't seen many.
There was a couple. I forget which match it was. I think it was what was it? Solstice, I believe, was the first matches to go on today.
Soltec, yeah.
Soltec, yeah. I noticed on a couple of the initial points when they were setting up their home bases, they had Pain Spires set up in the center of the point. They did not. They didn't want people getting in there. They weren't going to rely on air to keep them off a point. They just wanted to defensively leave a Pain Spire and make them suffer the longer they tried to stay on point and get a cap.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's the way to do it. Recursion, all that they need to do at this point is sit on these points. It's not the most immersive gameplay, but that's all they need. CIK, though, finally making their move and throwing their entire force on Relic Site I.
Oh, man. Oh, and we've got the orbital coming in while Recursion Air is handling No Fear's ground push with a single galaxy. It looks like we've got a fight over here. Ooh, Recursion.
That may have just been, I think Recursion was just taking out their router here, actually.
Probably.
That orbital strike may have just been to kill their router, and now we see Recursion pushing through the building, wiping the CIK infantry.
Well, they're not wiping them out just yet, but oh, we got Radlock over here. Spotted.
See, yeah, it's a who's who, right? You got a Therum and Transgressor running around.
Oh, yeah.
Little bit of a Connery history here.
Oh, yeah, it's old memories. Ooh, curious placement on that shield. That shield is a very curious placement.
That Citadel shield, actually. Yeah, if you look inside the building where this infantry fight is going on, Recursion is able to shoot out of this shield. CIK cannot shoot into it.
Well, there's that, but looks like they're double pushing it. If you come out to the outside, you can notice their air is using it to their advantage as well. And
oh yeah,
their spawn logistics is protected. So it was such a fantastic placement that when you initially look at it, it's just totally out there.
Yeah, you're like, they just threw this thing in the middle of the road. What's going on
yeah,
here?
Yeah, but I don't know. I
Listen.
think CIK might have them on these logistics because they've got beacons up everywhere.
Yeah.
Absolutely everywhere.
Recursion is, they're playing well, but they're also making some choices, not contesting as many points as they could. Right now, they could be contesting C.
They just took and completely wiped I.
They did,
Very,
yeah.
very solid take on I.
And CIK, though, does still have a router here.
They do, and they've got a lot of spawn beacons, but now they're under attack from the air. That Liberator just chilling out inside the shield, firing his way out.
Yeah, that would be a good place. Somebody coming quick above and kill this Citadel shield generator.
Oh yeah, I don't even remember last time ever knowing Recursion having this good of an air game until this Outfit Warriors qualifier. Man, have they been fighting some very, very good pilots.
Yeah, some of the people I'm seeing in the air, though, I recognize as Recursion players. Roban Isifik, actually.
Yeah.
Long-time Recursion there. Iron Roids as well. Iron Roids is a name I haven't seen in a long time. Old school Recursion there.
Oh yeah, looks like CIK said, screw it, we're gonna get off I, we'll go to hotel. And here they are, this time using umbrellas, but Recursion knows how to get into those umbrellas. They really do. They're coming in at a very, very low angle and knocking these guys down. But the striker response, these striker parties are pretty nice.
Yeah, and we're seeing them finally start to use these cargo crates to their advantage as well.
Yeah, they're starting to use
CIK.
this cover.
This is something they really need to do. It's about as good as being inside, but you're still able to fully contest the point from inside those crates. And you cannot be hit by air if you've got proper shields up.
Tempting to look for any kind of presence from Fear, but it just looks like they're getting absolutely stomped out.
Fear really has no presence on this map, although I will say they did repel the Recursion push on Relic F.
Yeah.
Recursion now going to Relic E, where Fear is not interested. Part of me wants to know if they're just trying to hold Relic F because it's the first letter of their outfit name or something like that.
Maybe. Looks like we've got an armor push coming over here from the Vanu. From Recursion. I will admit, I've always been annoyed by mag raiders because they can get anywhere my harasser can. That's always been kind of a problem for me. Especially too when they outrun. So when BS armor comes around the corner, I can understand fully if everyone is having trouble with it. Especially when it looks like here all they have is infantry. They don't have much. They've got some sky guards. About time.
CIK rotating pretty effectively base to base, just trying to get a cap in on Recursion somewhere. You know, Recursion already having opened a 140-point lead. Our score is currently 278 for Recursion, 152 for CIK, and 108 for Fear.
Yeah, it's insane. Recursion is going to get these points very, very heavily off of the Fear, I believe. Oh, is this a classic NC Footzerg we're about to witness?
Oh no, please don't tell me they're foot zerging in Outfit Wars.
They are foot zerging from from Fox to Echo, as CIK has just taken Echo from the Vanu control. Yep. There's a Sunder finally coming in to pick everyone up.
This is an actual foot zerg.
They have, ladies and gentlemen, a full-on foot zerg. True NC fashion, gentlemen.
Unbelievable.
Some guys just giving up, going to and becoming a grease for the axles inside the Sunder. Other guys just taking the redeploy.
That
Even more so
is
still, a whole nother fire team
astounding.
just foot circling. Gents, I don't know why. I don't see why they could be doing this unless they are already suffering and hurting on Cordium resources. There
They
should be no
have a
reason.
Sunderer pulling up to this base, though.
Yeah,
Like,
and
they
it
have
looks
a
like...
Sunderer deployed at this base. And now an NC orbital inside here to try and clear CIK out.
Oh, well, it doesn't
That
look like
should, yep,
CIK
that's
was
gonna,
even really sitting in there to begin with.
that did kill all their logistics, though.
Yep. Oh, here comes a
And
galaxy
a
spawn.
galaxy drop
Here's
from
a
Fear.
galaxy drop from Fear. Finally, get off the ground, boys. We are not
Yeah,
looking
no
for
kidding.
Footzerg. This is Alpha Wars. You
That
gotta be
said,
mobile.
we're gonna follow here NC20P as he's almost finished his Footzerg and is gonna arrive at Relic E.
I see Clanker too. Clanker,
Clanker, holy
he ran the
no.
whole way. He made the whole run successfully. He got
All of these guys
support
making
from
the
the friendly
whole
Vanguard.
run from Relic to Relic. Fear is gonna take us back from CIK, and now CIK losing Relic C to Recursion.
Yeah, it looks like they are leaving one-man army to keep an eye on these guys, keep some intel. But other than that, they're probably just trying to gain some ghost points more than anything off of Fear, not anticipating much resistance, I guess. Though that is an advantage that Fear does have. If they choose how to handle their mobility logistics the right way, they will be able to definitely pound on anyone who comes in the ways of defense, because they have less areas they have to worry about controlling than either CIK or Recursion does.
This is true, yeah. They can kind of, if they really want to, they can turtle up on one or two of these points. That said, I mean, Recursion seems to be trying to position themselves to take the whole map. And the last thing that CIK and Fear should be doing right now is fighting each other. As much as I, earlier was talking about hating to see a double team, Recursion has already opened a 200-point lead. At this point, they should be throwing full platoons on Recursion bases at, as close to the same time as possible.
Just now, 200 points. Well, technically 100 and... Oh, nope. 202 points. 202 points ahead of CIK. This is
That
an
is
insane
actually
lead already taking front.
Fully double CIK's points, more than both of the other groups combined.
Oh yeah, it's getting up there. This is insane.
And now CIK still. The mistake that I'm seeing from CIK here is they're only contesting a single Recursion base at a time.
And it's
there aren't
allowing
ghost
Recursion
caps
to
going
come in
on.
full frontal force and smash on them. And it's sad to see that, because that's exactly how I know they would play. They play the defense game hard. They play the redeploy, get on the defense, and put as many numbers as is possible for them in one spot. And they're very good at it.
Yeah,
I see
it's
Blizzraw,
what really needs to start
Hailstorm.
happening here. Both
There's
Fear and
Regicide.
CIK could be contesting two bases, and that would at least force Recursion to move faster. They'd have to be playing whack-a-mole constantly.
Yeah, I think Fear kinda might have gotten demoralized at the very beginning, is what it may or may not seem like. They're definitely holding up. They are pulling out Skyguard after Skyguard after Skyguard, finally getting a defense up on Echo. Filling out their defense on Fox, though it looks like they're taking a off-point position over on Fox. But they're not getting aggressive. Actually, I swallow my own words. There is the Footzerg up the hill with a Sunder coming to subvert.
Oh my goodness.
And this Footzerg again and again. Oh, here they come to I. They're coming to India. They dropped the Citadel shield and they're gonna start moving in.
Recursion not even bothering to dedicate any pop to these CIK pop drops here.
Nope.
Just, when I glanced at it before, there was literally no Recursion at Relic Site C. And now it's 97% TR.
Well, now also
back
as well.
to being no Recursion there.
NC has just stolen Point India, and it looks like VS, while NC was occupied, took Point Fox. They now have the air coming in, smashing on this orbital shield, or citadel shield, my bad. Looks like they have some defenses. Oh no, those are probably lock-ons trying to track on air, and Recursion Air making very good use of this center spire portion of Desolation to block those lock-ons.
Yeah. Another score check real quick for us. Recursion's up top at 477, CIK at 202, and No Fear at 162. Recursion almost 2/3 of the way to victory.
Yeah, they are almost there. I'm interested though to see, as Fear is now losing their Citadel Shield, but two, starting to take on the aggression. Trying to get out there, though they are seeming to lose the cap last second. Not going to be able to gain Relic Eye, even though they hold the point. Oh, never mind. The timer is just moving backwards. They are going back. Looks like they are
uncontested app for Relic Eye right now.
Yeah,
CIK pushing Recursion off Relic D. It would be a very difficult climb, but if Fear and CIK managed to push Recursion back, it would, and just made it between them. It's theoretically possible.
I mean, they just got to bring up the aggression. They got to split Recursion and not let Recursion focus on one front. Meaning this.
Yep, and that's what we're kind of seeing here.
About a
CIK
squad of
throwing their
Recursion
population around.
Yeah, they've got about a squad of Recursion over at Fox that they are currently taking off the front. There's now 20% of the 100% pop over at India with a three-way fight. Little bit of defense, it looks like, or probably guys just coming back and grabbing new resources at Relic A and B. But other than that, there's pretty much no recursion on the TR front. CIK seems to be sitting uncontested at Charlie, at least, with whatever defenses they're leaving there.
Yeah, CIK really needs to not be attacking No Fear right now. This push on Relic Site I think, is fairly ill-advised and probably should be focused on B or H.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say as well. They should probably be going for H. Because then the Recursion's gonna have to choose between Relic F or Relic H or Relic I to either continue on the offensive points or start on the defense. Oh, and as we're speaking, looks like we've got CIK making the push for H. They're going for a hotel, and Recursion Air is making an immediate response to that. Immediate response. Leaving India and going straight for a hotel. They know CIK is kind of weak in the anti-air game. Even though the TR have the advantage of having strikers, they have a magazine of 6 rockets, or well, technically missiles, but it's just not going to be enough damage for how much air is in the air. You're going to poke them and you're going to prod them. You might make 1 or 2 land, but you're still going to have the whole rest of this air squad that is just dedicated to coming in.
Absolutely. CIK with a heavy amount of population at Relic Site H. And we're seeing Recursion looking to retake Relic Site I here. And they did manage to take F from the NC. So they're at this point again where CIK and No Fear have 2 points each. Recursion holding 5.
Yeah, Recursion coming in with the infantry out on the west side. They're coming in on the west side, coming in from outside the building instead of taking advantage of their rooftop spawns that they have. Instead deciding to push on the outside of the building, use the building as cover from all these defenses that CIK is looking to start getting set up. Looks like they finally changed gears. They are telling everyone in their squads, you either have a Spitfire or you have an umbrella. Nothing else. The amount of skywall shields that are present in this is insane. They're definitely taking a hard hit from the air. 8
seconds from capping H. Recursion with an orbital strike and the point contested. This is going to be brutal. CIK with an orbital strike now. Just watch everyone get
Oh.
thrown off of that point. Holy crap.
Oh, yep, there goes all the bodies, everyone who needed a res, everyone who was alive, they're gone. Point wiped.
And CIK's orbital did not kill the VS Sunderer.
It did not.
So that's... Oh, no.
Oh man, and here we have a just total recursion comeback. Taking complete ownership at this point. 8 seconds. 8 seconds away. CIK was very, very close, but it looks like in this time, while they were focusing all of our attention as well as Recursion's attention, they managed to take Relic G?
Relic Side Eye, yeah, and
Relic
now
Side
they're
Eye.
finally starting to spread these contests out. Still though, CIK is not... They need people dedicated to just contesting every available lattice, touching every single point. The same goes for Fear. If there's an available base with no pop, you should have a flip started on that base. You should be making them work to keep you down.
This is a style of gameplay here in Desolation that favors those outfits that are used to hearing the call out redeploy. Getting in a new form of transport and being across the map in seconds, heartbeats. I know of a few outfits that play that way, but Recursion is definitely one of them. CIK is not one of them, from what I remember.
Recursion now at 619 points, 130 points from victory now.
Oh,
and that's really not going to take long at all with them still holding 4 points.
It will not.
A fifth.
This seeming... I mean, maybe there is a chance for still of a comeback. We do have time if they lost all the points now, but they have regained India. They have fully regained Hotel. There's no connection out here at Golf for CIK, so they get pushed off this fight and are going to have to move on regardless. They don't have a choice. Moving on to Fear. It seems Fear is now taking the turn of the full Bruntal of Recursion, unless we just caught the tail end. Yep, there goes the Citadel shield. An armor push with another foot circ. Another, albeit it's light, but another foot circ across the map. Following drag here.
Yeah.
And Clanker, they're pushing. They want Alpha, but they're gonna take the long road to get there.
I think this is all of Fear's up on this big base. A lot of this up is in a legit foot zerg running towards this base.
Yep. Right here, I've got Drag and Clanker sitting as heavies. Looks like they're using probably Hawks or Annihilators, trying to keep the air off of the Zerg. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a pass and go check on the rest of their outfit. Multiple Sky Guards. They've definitely taken the right idea and gone full anti-air dedication, aside from their Vanguard being dedicated to anti-armor. Full out in the open infantry fight just outside of Alpha Point, but they're gonna need a lot more than luck to take this Alpha Point, even with all their pop here.
Yeah, Citadel shield going up over B here. CIK trying yet again for another hold.
Oh yeah. I mean, Recursion has had a lot of time in the background of having logistics being set up and having these bases be defended with defensive points. CIK with an interesting choice of more of a standard Citadel placement.
This may not be a bad move for them, though. This forces the Recursion air to come in a lot closer.
Yes, it does.
And the Recursion air is still doing well, but they're taking hits.
Yep, it looks like Recursion still having routers on top of the majority of bases that they have. Somewhere up on that roof ring, they have a router.
Yeah, I think that's that router there. CIK's gonna take that router out.
CIK finally notices it, gets it gone. They're still gonna be struggling though with this base. especially with that Liberator just getting his nose gun in just close enough, bouncing his belly gun in and out as his belly gunner needs to reload. Ouch! Multiple drop pods falling on the Liberator, finally taking out the Liberator. That reminds me of the old days, back in 2014. Dropping drop pods on anything you could think of just to clear the skies.
Yeah, honestly.
Vanu does maintain the defense on Bravo though. They kick CIK off. Let's go ahead and check out Alpha, because it does look like Fear has managed to get something done on Alpha. They have the point. They have majority in the center, and now they can take advantage of using that Sky Shield construction piece against the Vanu. They're using it against them, keeping it alive so that way Vanu cannot come in with their air and punish them like Vanu Air has been punishing CIK this entire match. Does seem they are still struggling with an anti-personnel turret though. Both outfits trying to make a final push as we have Recursion at 722, CIK at 327, and Fear at 271.
This match is, this match is literally 23 points from being done. Recursion definitely has this in the bag. I'm pretty sure we're looking at our final standings here with Recursion in first, CIK in second, and Fear coming in third.
Very much so. Even with CIK having taken so many of Recursion's bases, it's just a little bit too late. Too close to the end. There's enough that they still just have 1 point, which they have managed to kick Fear off of. Get the resecure, though Fear's coming back with yet another resecure.
Yeah, here we go. 4 points left, 3.
3 points,
2,
gents.
And 1 point, 1 more point left, and this is done. Yep,
and
there
it is.
Recursion
Congratulations
wins
to Recursion. Recursion takes it under the Recursion Vanu Sovereignty flag. That is the end of it, ladies and gentlemen. Good GGs all around. Love seeing the GGs in the chat. Great sportsmanship from everyone with a fantastic, very highly sought after overall just match. It was amazing. I wouldn't say predictable, but there was definitely a couple plays on there where people did push back a bit slow. They were a little bit delayed. They should have been probably a little bit more forward in pushes. I don't know. What do you think about it, Reltor? What's your overall views of Connery Gold?
I felt like CIK and Fear came into that with a stronger chance if they, were willing to kind of double team Recursion in the same way they were double teamed last time. But also Fear obviously kind of playing a very live-esque, very slow-moving game, foot zerging between bases, and CIK really failing to capitalize on a lot of cases where they could have gotten ghost caps started to keep Recursion moving.
Yeah.
Those I think were kind of some of the basics they were missing. Other than that, I feel like Recursion kind of won too quickly for a lot of more advanced tactics to evolve. So I don't have a lot more on, what CIK and Fear might have done if they'd been more successful.
Gonna head over to Sanctuary, see if we can catch everyone in the chat, giving each other some GGs possibly. Uh-oh. That's not good. Alright. That just happened. Well, I guess as an NSO.
Oh!
Yeah.
Hey, let's take a look at Sanctuary from the outside, everyone.
Guess NSO are not allowed up at Sanctuary just yet.
I got in there fine, it's just you.
Yeah. Tends to happen. Just me. Just failure me. Can't get it done. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you very much for joining us for the gold. And at this point, we are looking to get ready for what would be the transition now. Silver already started,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, I can send us. I can send the stream on over to Sergeant Mile and Pack Tactic doing our Silvercast now on PSP 1.
Yeah, Silver should be about coming up on 27 minutes in, and Bronze about to start here in 3 minutes. They will enter their deployment phase. Everyone, it has been amazing being with you guys for this journey. Uh, my name is Burnt My Soup, and got the amazing chance to host here with Reltor. Very much hope to see the rest of you around Planetside.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you, and he's signing off for now and sending it over. And I'm finally done with my cast for today. So until next time.